Alright guys, what is up? I am They Coming, and welcome to today's stream. How's everybody doing today? What's up? How's it going, Kieran? I see Kieran's the first to comment in the chat. Hey TC, how you doing today, buddy? Happy to be here, bro. Brother, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. I just want to say thank you for watching for the past week. It's been awesome. We're going to keep the grind alive today. But let's go ahead and talk about the game real quick. There were some changes that came through today. If you didn't see on social media, they have apparently fixed the power tank bug that was making it stun people perpetually and also fire at incredible speeds. I believe that both of those things have been disabled, or the at least the attack speed has been toned down, but also the stun mechanic has been toned down. So I did play a handful of matches this morning just to get a feel for where the game's at. And I can confirm that it doesn't feel nearly as strong as it was, which I think is a good thing. It really was a week of tank busters. I know a lot of people have been calling the game tank busters for the past week because of that mechanic. So that's been toned down. They also said that now your squad can more easily pick up items. I'm thinking that means coins and gems. If you have a large squad, you don't have to like walk quite right over these things anymore. The pickup range for things on the map is a little bit bigger. I think that also would apply to triggering chests, like when you're trying to open a chest. So a couple quality of life changes. No real balance changes yet, but I believe that we're supposed to be getting some more of that this week, per their release notes for the patch that came out on the 17th last week. So anyways, let's go and talk about starting lineups. This morning, playing some Squad League. Not a ton, but at least a little bit. I've noticed that a lot more people are now taking out Freeze and or Shrink Spell. It has been kind of dirty to fight. If you get frozen and shrunk, it can feel really, really, really awkward to get out of. That being said, I'm not so sold on running it myself just because I think it impedes your ability to run the map and farm early. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk about what I was trying so far. I've actually taken chicken feed off the line this morning. I don't know how long I'm going to stick with this. I think this stream is going to be about kind of rediscovering sort of what's supposed to be good. And yeah. Let's see, bro, AQ is doing really good today. Going to be some awesome games. Yeah, dude. Blazing Light is good. Yeah. So I've actually put Chicken Feet over Blazing Light in over Chicken Feet. And I've kept the tank spell. But the only reason I've done that is because I've tried this wacky start with tank and tails. So theoretically, at the very beginning of the game, you can hit people with 2 tanks and a tails, so effectively kind of having 3 tanks, right? Because tails is sort of like a tank, being a unit that gets inside of a unit and has a similar shot mechanic like that. Tails, for those of you who don't really understand the difference between tails and tank, tails has slightly more DPS and while having slightly less HP. So tank has more HP but less DPS. Tails has more DPS, less HP. That's where the balance is there. Also, Tails fires shots more frequently, so tank might take a minute to actually get a shot off. Tails will fire like 3 shots in the time that it takes tank to fire 1 shot. And Tails, with those 3 shots, will end up dealing slightly more damage than tank does with the 1 shot. So, just think about that. Yeah. Let's look at the lineup. That's not a Squad League lineup game. That's not Squad League. Thank you. All right, so we have Poco, Trader, Mavis. Dynamite, we put Medic in the back. We've also brought back in Frank. For a little while, I was running Penny, but I'm figuring out that stuns are just so oppressive, and I just really do want the splash damage to help me sort of round out being able to melt down squads a little bit. Also help to deal with Royale King damage and Royale King recruits. Battle Healer, Max, and Leon. I think I had a Colonel Ruffs in here in the front yesterday with the Medic, but I've totally changed it up. So this is going to be a very different line today, and I might end up putting Colonel back in just to boost up the early game. But with this build, because I'm not running chicken feet, because I'm not relying on that speed boost, it's going to feel like a little bit of a slower start. But once we do get to the Max or the Leon, and if we see them early, we're certainly going to be picking them. We can then start to speed up a little bit. The point is I want to be able to last. Kieran says Ice Wiz seems to be better than Dyna, at least for me, that is. Bro, I still don't understand the whole Ice Wiz game. Like, I've tried it. For me, it's not the same. Like, it's just not the same. Dynamite has more consistent splash damage across the board. Ice Wiz, I mean, I guess if you're, like, proccing with, like, the Trader Potion, like, getting multiple Ice Fans, but, like, I haven't been able to see the Ice Wizard, like, really crush it for me yet. So, but anyways, let's go ahead and play the first games. We're doing this funky start with Tails and Tank with the power tank, which has been nerfed, and Blazing Light. And we're going to look to all in some people in the early game if we can find them. And yeah, let's do it. Time to play. And it wouldn't be a They Coming stream without an ice cold Coca-Cola. I took this actually off ice. It was in the refrigerator overnight. I put it on ice about an hour ago, so it is even colder than the fridge. And y'all are my homies today. If I had to think about how Ice Wizard might be better now than it was, because we don't have the power tank to perp stun people with, being able to slow people instead might be a good utility. Might be a good utility. You feel he does his work, it's just hard to see. Yeah. We might flex him in. We might flex him in. What I'm most really wanting to see though is how Tails can be good. Tone down the Coke, bro. Gonna end up with kidney stones. I only drink two of these a day now, and I do have gallons of water behind me, up on the shelf that I am drinking. I'm not drinking Coca-Cola all day long. I primarily do it on stream just to give myself like little caffeine and sugar, you know. Also, I just got done pet sitting for the weekend for a friend of mine. So that feels good. I'll be sleeping in my own bed tonight because his family wanted me to actually sleep at their house to be with the dog overnight. So I did that on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. What's up, N7RMK? What's up? Power tank nerfed. I am happy. Yeah, me too, Phantom Ass. Me too, brother. It has been nerfed. It no longer perpetually stuns heroes and units. I imagine on Mortis it's still pretty good. Kieran says, I flush my kidneys with beers. You immediately replaced it? You did? New meta's Blazing Light with chicken. Ooh, okay. See, I took out chicken for Blazing Light, but I still have power tank right now. This is our first game, so I'll be flexing around based on what you guys kind of suggest and tell me to do. I'm also going super goofy with Tails and tank on start. So if I get all in by someone, the idea is I'm going to have these two units that, you know, actually have pretty good damage, like single target damage. I can nail down squaddies and heroes. Let's see. Tails and tank, yeah. Let's see how it works. See how it works. Maybe a terrible idea, but we will find out. Aguila Ray and AIM in this lobby, so two King players. Man, Aguila Ray yesterday was giving me tough problems. Keep it moving. I'm gonna keep going. Go and throw one over there. Cool. Throw one over here. Can we get a Mavis? I'll take it. Cool. Run down here. Mavis. Mavis. We're being real slow about this. That's okay. I'm going to get the Poco so I can start healing my recruits a little bit. Let's go up here, throw this. Got plenty of gold. This guy's over here. That looks like a bot. Good heavens. Well, there's Gila. There's Gila. I tried Tails. I still don't like it. Can't replace Optimus for her. Well, that's the issue with, like, losing the chicken feet, right? Is that, like, I don't really have the ability to move around in the early game, and if someone rushes up on me like that, and they're large, they're gonna slap me. So, like, you're saying, hold on, let's put chicken feet on the right, and we'll put blazing light here. Take another shot. Yeah. That's why you have a Max's starter. So you're running like Max and what is it? Ruffs? And then you've got your two healers in the back that you eventually get to. And then here we could have Optimus. Okay, that looks better on the surface for me. You're running Medic Max on start. Okay. You don't have Ruffs at all. Huh. I like how chunky you get to feel within the first 60 seconds when you have a Ruffs. It's felt like a truly optimal start for an RK player. Tails is like, you know, the games that I've had with Tails, I think I've played like about 15 to 20 games with Tails. Not necessarily on the lead, but like in the back. I could never really tell that Tails was like that effective. I know that her shot, his or her shot, is it a girl or boy? I don't know. I can tell that Tails' shot goes through the target that it hits. Like if it hits the target that's right in your face, it'll hit things behind it. But I still can't tell that it's doing that much. Even though it's supposed to have higher damage per second than Tank does. Okay, that feels immediately so much better. Trader, that's fine. Take it. See if we can get a Poco in our business here. Yeah, that's what we want. Throw. Cool. We'll go for the Mavis. I don't like that now. Are we dying? Looks like it.
6 players remaining.
Are we dying to a bot? We might be. I apologize for that, guys. I'm trolling today, I guess. right, let's get our medic online. Yeah, that's what we really want right now. Okay, let's get warm, TC. Let's get warm. Yeah, game feels totally different when you start flying like that. Cool. We like those. Who is this? What was that? Where does HP come from? Did he full heal? I'm legitimately, like, wondering about that one. We're gonna do this, though. No one's gonna mess with me here. We're gonna take those. Optimus early kind of feels nice. Can I have that? Another one of these. It's also tree giants we have to keep remembering are there. Zoe was kind of getting boomed right there. Go, 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 go. Are we winning or losing? No, we're getting third party like crazy. We lived. Barely, but we lived. We lived. That got really, really, really scary right there. I used to have roughs, but not anymore. It doesn't give that much value at late game. Yeah, you get more value out of other things. That's like, that's a real phenomenon for sure. And that's like, that. I've always known that. It's just like, there was a period of time where I think even you suggested medic roughs, and that was an immediate upgrade for what I was running at the time. But I'm also recognizing now that having chicken or having max up front feels very, very good. Let's keep it up. Wait a minute, my trophy count. There it is. So we're sitting at 11,703 trophies. Closing in on 12,000 cups. Be a nasty number to hit. I'm actually going to change the video title here to 11,700 plus save. I'll edit this as well over here. Edit 11,700. Done. Refresh. Nice. Okay. Phantom Ass says, I'll try to hit 10K today. Nice. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What a weekend. I have to say that the bed I got to sleep in this weekend when I was pet sitting was actually a pretty comfortable bed, but it's nothing's like your own bed. There's nothing like getting to sleep in your own bed. In your own familiar, like, surroundings. Plus, like, their house was huge. Like, actually massive. And it was just, like, eerily quiet. Like, I'm used to hearing, like, my my upstairs neighbor at this apartment complex, like walking around a little bit. I'm used to hearing the neighbor beside me, maybe talking a little bit. It's funny, like things that some people might think are like, oh, that's probably annoying to have someone like talking or hear someone talking or walking around. The guy above me is actually quiet as a mouse, like relatively speaking, and the guy beside me is actually same way, like pretty respectful with his just like when he decides to play music and like how late and all that. I've really lucked out with my neighbors in my current apartment. I have roughs at the start in case those guys rush my spawn area. I'm not a high-ranked player at all. So yeah, I'd rather have a big squad at the start. Well, I mean, like, high-ranked players will try that stuff too. TC, what breed of dog do you have? It's not my dog. I don't have a dog. The dog I was pet sitting for was a greyhound. So it was like a retired racing dog. And super sweet, super sweet dog. Very, very, very chill. Like when I walked in the house, take care of it throughout the day because I had to go over there at least 3 times a day and then stay the night. The dog would always meet me at the door and just want to like lean on me and be pet. You played the balance changes yet? I'm playing them right now, brother. I'm playing them right now. 1 coin? Woo, we're glad we don't have a roughs now. 1 coin with no roughs can feel amazing. We got BB, we got Way, and we got Mahone Dog in here as well. Mr. Mahone. Oh, we do have a roughs. What am I talking about? Rip. I'm dumb. Come down here. Run over here real quick. Go ahead with that. And we did something stupid, but it's fine. We're going to live anyway. It's not a big deal. Roughs the roughs. Trader. I'm going to run up here and mess with this. Cool. This is a better spot for me, honestly. Being able to have a 3-box ring. Kill the bee real quick. Kill the bot. Cool. And actually, this is a 4-box ring or a 5-box ring that I can run if I really think about it. Run here. Bro, can you get out of... Can you stop it? Bro, I would love to be able to, like, leave, but he's not going to let me. He's just chasing. Got my max back. All right, let's see how quickly we can rejuvenate ourselves, if we can. Woo! I'm surprised he let me go. We should have died there, guys. And he let us max out again. That's kind of wild. It's BB Bounty and me. the comeback king. Let's get him. Love you, BB. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. He shouldn't... that BK letting me go. GG. What's up, BB? Welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you in that one, man. Glad to see you. Way on King? I told you, Blazing Light. Yeah, I didn't even use it, like, particularly well. I just walked in and instantly took something from him. Like, I'll use it almost right away. But it was enough to, like, give me, like, a 1 or 2 unit leg up. And I think I got his trader. So he couldn't rage. Ah. There we go. GG. GG. Kieran says, my Rufus is a Rottweiler, and he isn't feeling that well today. But you love him to bits. That's what's up, Kieran. Rotties are, like, super intelligent dogs. And they might be, like, kind of scary breeds, but they can be the biggest babies. It's so funny. I've interacted with, like, 2 different Rottweilers, and they were both, like, just babies. Just babies. Blazing Light, Blazing Light. You know what's funny? Speaking of Blazing Light, I was on the Squadbusters Discord, and I was someone made this post called "Introduce a standard ground stomp mechanic to ward off an initial attack," and he goes, I won't call out the guy out by name, because you can go find the post if you like. But he says, quote, with the recent game changes, it's become increasingly clear that sometimes squads can overwhelm and oftentimes completely overtake another squad. And the squad being attacked absolutely can't get out of it. I'm wondering if it makes sense to introduce a default ability for all players in the same way we all have turbo. I'm thinking a stomp mechanic that temporarily knocks the attacking squad in the air a bit, causes them to be dizzy, and thus be stunned anywhere between 1 and 1.5 seconds. This would give the squad that's being attacked a chance to get away, can have a very long recharge time, blah-de-da-de-da-de-da. So, initially what he just described, I responded by saying, this sounds a bit like the Blazing Light ability. You momentarily stun the enemy squad, damaging them and restoring HP. I don't like your idea because there are already mechanics like this built into existing abilities. Fireball, Blazing Light, Super Shell, Skeleton Barrel, Hog Stampede, etc. I could go on. If you're struggling to get enemies off of you when you don't want to fight, choosing abilities like these can be used defensively. I don't think we need... I just misread that. I don't think we need another button to press. I'm more on board with squads being busted rather than extending match duration with a get-out-of-jail-free card for all players. Yeah, I read that post and I was like, dude, it sounds like you haven't used other spells. Like, the guy got married to, like, a certain spell set, and he doesn't want to sacrifice an offensive spell for one that would be used defensively. And that is a skill issue. That is not a game issue. Like, no offense. Yeah, we're a little weird this game. It's fine. Let's go over here. Cool. Homie had a death wish. Is that a player? Yeah, that's a queen. Come over here. We're going to finish this off, finish the Mavis, and then move into Medic. As soon as we get that, we will be cruising. There we go. Let's find somebody. What's going on right here? That's a Barbarian King. And he just used his ability. We were a little slow to do anything there. We're going to do this, though. No one's here. So all that's mine. Take this guy. Wow, we just got a lot for nothing. That's great. I'm gonna step get that. Step get that. Come over here, get that. We got time.
Gem mine open. Leon, Mega. Battle healer. Battle healer. Fusion. Battle healer. Mega. 30 seconds.
Where is Noxon? There he is.
Dominance.
Oh!
9, 8, 7, 6.
Oh, he one-shot me. He one-shot me with the king. Best shot was probably to keep running. But we had to try, right? We had to try. GG. This deck has been invented by Spanish Squad Busters community. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if you could say that a 2-unit start is an invention. I've taken a break. Way keeps targeting me with this BK. Oh no, dude. Yeah, Mahone, you gotta either just stay away from him or try to get him to miss. Aim is strong too. Yeah, Way and Aim are both very strong BK players, but it's also because Max BK is a little broken at the moment. People who are still calling for buffs to BK really need to play the game more, push up on ladder, and understand that when you start facing max BKs, your tune will change. When you get hit by max BK and you aren't another max BK, or you're any other hero, it's like, it can be a massive GG moment. No matter how big the squad is, no matter what you got. Bam. Hero dead. Place medic by tank girl in the power tank and bag coins. Yeah, I've played with tank on lead before. I've also played with medic. I was playing with medic yesterday with Colonel Ruffs on the lead. We're trying new things right now, man. Trying some new things. Someone suggested running Max on lead. Feels pretty good. And do Sonic. I'm not interested in Sonic, really. I think they need to... I need to see some more proof of other players using Sonic to better effect. Like, to strong effect. Because right now I'm not seeing Sonics win in Squad League matches. It's usually the RK or the BK. Queen will usually run around and just run away from people. Same with Sonic. Sonic will run around and run away from people. But if you ever need to fight anybody... the other heroes are stronger, which is why I can't really get on board with playing Sonic on ladder yet. I can't tell that Sonic has that same attack potential, and he doesn't have a very good defensive potential either. The handful of matches I have played Sonic on ladder, I did a whole lot of running and not a lot of fighting. The fights that I did end up in, either I died very quickly and had to run away after losing over half my squad. I would survive because I could run fast, but I'd be in 4th place. I have BK on final stage. Well, at least the enraging ability after Fist. I feel it's okay, but it can be toned down a little bit. But same like RK having too many recruits. Yeah, they need to like limit the number of recruits RK can have. And that comes from someone who is maining RK in Squad League at the moment. Like, I think it is too strong. Other classes are going to look at RK having over a dozen elite recruits, and they're going to say, that squad is more than twice my size. There's no way I'm going to poke into that. So if the RK is ahead, no one's going to approach him other than a Barbarian King player, which can punch the RK in the face and one-shot the hero. So, like, there's a couple things wrong there. A, no one really wants to attack the RK once he gets that big. And B, the BK doesn't care how big the RK is. He can one-shot and expose the hero with an ability that's as wide as a freaking semi-truck. So it's hard to miss it. Whereas the Queen, she's got powerful arrows, but you can miss them very easily. They're skill shots. So there's... game balance is definitely not where it needs to be yet. They need to work on it. What's going on right here? This fool wants to die. Mr. Not Toxic. That felt toxic. I see you there. We need some,
7 players remaining.
Cool.
6 players remaining.
Another bot.
Nice move. 5 players remaining.
Man, come on.
Dynamite. Fusion. Dynamite. Mega.
That's aim.
2 minutes left.
He was like, oh, I'm just going to run at someone no matter what. If they don't run away, they're going to be split in half. They're going to die. That's the life of the BK player. Run at the opponent. If they don't run away from you, free.
Fusion.
I was waiting for him to punch me. Because if he tried to punch and it didn't really connect, I would have turned on him there. Like, look, look, look. We got something, but he also took quite a bit. It's ridiculous, right?
Final stretch.
Attack this, I guess. What's going on over here, huh?
30 seconds left. Battle healer.
What's that? I'll go. I'll go.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We win. Cool.
Finish.
First game of the day was 3 max BKs. Gonna need a drink after that. I'll take the second place all day. See, Kieran, let's see. Understand why people are hating on the game, because first our creators said AQ, then said RK, then Mortis. Nobody said BK. Now people were split since their points now getting busted by BK. I don't even consider what the creators said, right? Like they had their hands on that information, on that dev build play for a very short period of time. So like having come from like Clash of Clans, where I did have dev build access, like when new things would come out, right? There was more than one release that happened where like all of us that were testing that stuff behind closed doors didn't catch things that were going to be way too strong when someone else in the community put another thing with the new thing and just totally broke the game. Like, to give you an example of one thing that ended up being way stronger than any of us testers thought, the bat spell. The bat spell in Clash of Clans. Before that came out, not a single one of us thought, oh, bats are OP. It came out within a day or two, someone else put bats with like mass bat spells and freeze. It was either mass bats with freezes, and he froze the Infernos over and over and over. There weren't as many air traps. There weren't as many air targeting defenses at the lower town halls at that time. And it really did break the game. None of us understood that during testing. So like whenever creators say something pre-release or right in the first few days of release, I don't even really listen to like, well, they say this, they might think this. You shouldn't take it all like it's gospel. Like what they're saying can't be the absolute truth. The meta has to develop. Players have to start theory crafting. So like when it comes to like what creators think about content prior to release, right? Like super creators have something in their hands. They're going to say this looks super strong. But for you to say, "Oh, they said that and now I've spent all my points and now I'm mad at the creator." It's like, come on, guys. Like that's not a fair mindset. That's not a fair mindset to have towards the creators. Mahone says, I started on BK and TC made me change to RK. People should use what they enjoy playing with. Absolutely. BK does too much damage. If you don't avoid it, you're dead. Kieran, I don't take that person seriously. To begin with, that's why I saved all my points and maxed RK. First game of the day versus 3 max BK. LOL. Gonna need a drink after that. I'll take the second place all day. And I advise you to do all the same in the future. No, like... no, like... Listen. Whenever we get new content, new hero, new squatty, the trend for most all games out there, not just Supercell games, is that they tend to they err on the side of making it stronger or more on the OP side than on the underwhelming or unplayable side. Because they want people to play the new thing. They want you to have a reason to open your wallet, spend a little bit of money if you have to max it out right away because you don't have, for example, in this game, star tokens saved up. Like, they want new releases to be exciting, which will keep the excitement up rather than they release something and it's underwhelming and then all of a sudden people get a bad taste in their mouth and what could have been an excellent bump in like daily active users doesn't actually result in that. In fact, it might actually result in fewer people playing. So you should release something that's slightly overpowered to begin with and then nerf it down a little bit. That's the general trend with games. That's the general trend with games. What's up, Deeg Dag over on the Twitch side? Phantom asks, personally, I believe Spike will counter RK. That's why I'm saving all my points, but maybe it won't. We will see. Spike will be OP. I don't know. I mean, Spike looks fun. That's what I'm most comfortable saying, right? Like, I'm not gonna say this is completely overpowered or broken until I have it in my hands, until I've tested it myself, and I can say like, okay, when I'm up against these players on these other heroes, Spike is doing really well in these situations, or Spike is doing not so well in these situations. What's up, Patsy V? Hola, dude. Nice to see you. Glad to see you too, man. Glad to see you too. By the way, when are you streaming next? Are you streaming this evening? I will raid you, sir, if you are. I had a nice time hanging out with you. Was it over the weekend or last week? Forget when I gave you that raid. By the way, and you're German, right? Patsy V is a German streamer. English is a second language for him. So yeah. I guess after I'm done streaming, if you guys are on Twitch, I will be raiding that guy. Because I thought he was pretty chill. Thought he was pretty fun to hang out with. All right, let's play again. Personally, I believe Spike will counter RK. That's why I'm saving all my points. But maybe it won't. We will see. Thinking about, you drop your ability and it's a massive slow field. It could be a counter to the RK. Like maybe you drop your slow field and you drop a shrink and people can't move out of it. And then they can't damage you if they're stuck in it. They is a good mentor, guys. TC is a good mentor. Yeah, Patsy V. Yeah, man. Patsy V. We also have a lot of people over on the YouTube side. We have a lot more people viewing on YouTube than we do on Twitch right now. All right, let's keep it up. It's a good pull. Just sit on the bot. It's a good kernel there. Mavis Town. Mavis Town. And let's finish the Mavis. And then let's look for our medic. And we should be in a good spot. Yeah. That's okay, he's dangerous. Oh, that's aim. He also hit the fist and then ran away. Can't really chase him now. He's gonna have that fist back way too soon. Aim got busted by Ray. Oh, that's ideal. Look at all my money on the ground over here. Come on. Go and take the Optimus. There's Uga. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we got him, right? We're gonna die now. Ah, rip. Okay, GG. Ugga gets it.
Second place. Outstanding.
Me multiple streaming? Yeah. So these line up right now? Or you change it? You mean MK? Huh? Guys, sorry, I was sorting my Rufus out. So my theory is play what you enjoy because it will change again. Absolutely, Kieran. Like, say they release something and it seems to be really strong up front. If something is perceived to be like way too strong by a lot of people, Mortal Kombat. Yeah. If something is too strong, you can guarantee other things are going to be buffed to make them closer in strength or equal, closer to equal. But game balance can never be perfect. Game balance will never be perfect. There's always going to be a set, like a meta that people figure out. Like whenever the game is like a balance patch releases, there's going to be a new meta that tends to settle in, where like a certain number of abilities are really the ones that you can use and should use. You actually busted, right? Yeah, boy. Well, I mean, I wanted to bust him, but Ugga came for the third party. And ended up busting me after the fact. I was trying to come back in time to, like, hit him while he was a little bit low on cooldowns, you know? Let's keep it up. I think the max on start feels pretty good. Max on start really does, like, especially in combined with a chicken feed. It feels really nice. I've been getting used to just running chicken feed all around the map, and it definitely doesn't feel bad without Max. But having him in the front, like there's been a couple of these early matches here today where like I've definitely felt the need where I have to run from somebody, and if I didn't have the Max, I actually would have been busted early. Like when a king comes up and wants to take an early shot at you, if you can dodge and you're actually able to pull away from that, your Max is what's going to get you out of the situation. The chicken feet will get immediately obliterated when the king comes in. And you may not have it on cooldown. You can't pop it again. Or say he's got even a tiny little bit of splash damage. Even if you do pop the chicken feet again after he hits you, he might splash the chickens out all over again. Then you're, again, running it 2 miles, 1 mile an hour. Walking 1 kilometer an hour around the map. Noxon, what's up? Dude, GG's today and yesterday. Glad to see you here, buddy. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. What are you thinking about the meta now, guys? There have been a lot of great suggestions today in terms of like what we should try running. Because Power Tank is not the same. Power Tank is not the same as it used to be. It's not bad. I think Power Tank is still good. But I'm seeing less of it. I'm seeing a lot more freeze, shrink, which is kind of dirty, actually. Freeze, shrink feels pretty dirty. All right. Let's go. Phantom Ass is in this game too. He's in the stream, isn't he? Is he not? Yeah, we actually want that big time. Early medic for the chicken feet. We like that. Let's leave that one alone for a minute. We're not winning, we're losing. Oh, we're losing. Run. Ah! Outplayed. Throw one. Throw one. Gotta remember, keep throwing your stuff, TC. Keep throwing your stuff. Take an Optimus. Okay. It's me and Phantom Ass. Oh boy. It's about to get spicy. Oh, no, he got the better end of that, didn't he? It's fine. Still got a minute left. Are we getting anything off you or no? GG. GG. I've tried running Power Tank on BK. It's still okay, but more like a use against a squad thing. Dies so quickly now. You know, I don't know that the HP on the tank was ever OP. I think the Mortis glitch on that tank was where the HP would like shoot back up. Like whenever you cast Mortis's ability, the tank would be like, oh, full heal, right? I never noticed that there was a like an HP glitch on RK. So unless you're playing Mortis, I don't think anything's changed in that regard. The tank seems to have the same HP. It's the knockback that you're no longer getting. Like the constant knockback. Mortis attack speed thing on Power Tank was so busted. Yeah, oh gosh, yeah. It was like a machine gun and it dealt like ridiculous damage. Yeah, GG, Phantom Ass, GG. GG. All right, let's go. Actually, guys, I've been live for an hour 5. I need to take a quick whiz. I need to use the bathroom. You guys know me, I put up a 2-minute timer. When it counts down to 0, I will be back in my seat, ready to go for another hour of this stream. We got 2 hours ahead of us, so definitely going to take my bathroom break now. I will see you in 2 minutes' time. Go ahead and take a stretch yourself. Go grab yourself a little drink and refresh. I'll see you in a minute. All right, all right. We are back. We are back. And before you ask, yes, I wash my hands. I'm drying them right now, actually. Got some little paper towels, drying off. Feeling good, feeling fresh, ready to go for another hour of our trophy push. So, earlier someone was suggesting that we start medic since we're on chicken feet. I'm going to try that. And so, since we're not running roughs in the front, we're not going to run them in the back either. And we're going to chariot out our medic in the middle for a tank, probably. Yeah, tank is just strong still by itself. I think that's what I want to run. I had been toying with the penny, and it does help with getting big, but I'd rather have a Frank. I'd rather have Frank. I want that splash damage. Okay, so we're going to try out Medic and Max on the lead. We'll live with being a little small. So much for that minute left. What do you mean? Huh? 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 What are you talking about, Doc? Huh? Oh, yeah, and now that we're on RK, I'm going to go ahead and rebuild this page. So if you guys, once we find something that we like, you can get a screenshot of the army for your own information. See, we're on Blazing Light. And, okay, so Blazing Light and Chicken Feet. We are on, and then our starters. Starter left is now no longer Colonel, but it is now Max. Okay. And then for the commons, the Epic is now Optimus in place of Max, if I'm not mistaken. Epic 1 is now Optimus, right? It's Optimus, right? I think that's correct. How you doing this picture? I made a really complicated scene in OBS, and I got all of the graphic images from the Supercell fan kit, the Squad Busters fan kit, and I have a stack of all of the rares in each one of these 3 positions that are right here. And when I want to swap them out, I just open the little drop down, push the little eyeball icon to activate which one I want to be visible, and then deactivate the other one. So I can hot swap these things during just for the live streams. You did really well with that lineup. Running basically the same as I am now. I've been running BL since yesterday. Blazing Light with Chicken Feet. Do Max Rough Start, Prime, Elita 1 as Epics. Okay. I gotta pay attention now. I can't read the chat. Sorry, guys. Trader's fine to start here. Oh, yeah, we need to be throwing these recruits. I need to really get that habit underneath my belt. Taking Mavis now. Cool. Poco's good. Night, night. Cool. He tried. That's a Gila Ray, is it not? Are you kidding? Cool. It's me and Zung. Zung is strong. We need to rebuild as fast as possible here. Got a lot of money, so... Aguila Ray goes down! Aguila Ray goes down, nerd! We winning or losing? Losing? Oh, he got me. Sonic got me with the... He got me. Sonic. I guess he locked onto my hero. Do you have Tut? What is that? T-U-T? What is that? Man, that was disappointing. We were maxed out too. And then we got hit by a Sonic. I'm usually not scared of Sonics. Surprising, actually. Very surprising. GG's. What is Tut? T-U-T. What are you saying, N7R? Okay, next game. Immediate Q. I like that. No Q time. All right, we got a Gilliray. We got aim. Do you have tutorial? I don't have... Are you asking if I make tutorial videos? I haven't made any videos. I've just been live streaming the game. Cool, we got somebody. We'll take it. Take a Poco. Mavis. What's going on with that? Boink, boink.
Fusion. 2 minutes. Mega.
What's going on here? Ah, got him. Good night, Mr. Aguila.
Fusion. Mega. Final stretch. Gem line open.
How are you not taking damage, my guy? Like, please get alive. How is this guy not taking damage? Like, you don't... It's like he's getting damage reduction. Is that something I don't understand about the King? Is he supposed to get damage reduction when he hits his fist? Or is it only damage boost? When I watch this replay, my squad is much bigger than his, right? I'm expecting him to take at least some losses. And look at this spinning crap. Look at this. Look at this. This is Mr. Second Place, just spinning constantly. 7 pins is like the master of second. He just goes invisible, farms the map, gets what he can. But like, holy cow! I'm actually gonna watch the replay on that. I don't know how I did no damage to him. He's the Barbarian King. He doesn't have recruits. He only has his own units. So what am I not damaging when he hits me? The stun doesn't last that long. We start fighting. How is he healing or not losing any units? By the way, viewership's popping off right now. Oh my gosh. YouTube's looking hot today. 24 viewers. You guys are great. Consider giving me a subscribe, by the way, over on YouTube. I'm trying to hit 5,000. Last I checked, I need 185 to hit 5,000. I'd really appreciate it. Especially if you're watching on Twitch and you haven't subbed on YouTube. That would be a massive, massive W if you went over on YouTube and gave me that YouTube sub. All right. Should we watch the replay? Like, I actually do want to see, like, what was happening in that interaction. Sometimes I don't understand. Sometimes I really don't understand. Reset the game real quick. And we are reset. Here it is. I have to see this. I know the King is going to hit you hard, right? But why didn't he take damage? Here it is, right? It's coming up right here. Come down here. No, I looped the outside for a second. Here's the engagement. I get one. What do you guys make of that? Hold on, we'll back up here. Okay, I knock one unit, right? He's got 3 units that are mega. He's got 1 non-mega unit. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that there's 2 mega units that are actually, the circles are right on top of one another. If you look closely, the trader is behind another unit, right? So there's 7 mega units in my squad. I start by knocking one of his. Yes, he hits the fist. He blazing lights. Instantly takes 1 unit. Too much of team ups on top ladder now. Is it? I can't tell what's going on personally. Like, I don't necessarily notice the teaming that much. I don't know. I was hoping one of you guys could like give me feedback on it. It's the second fist that got me. You think so? Oh, probably. He hit the first fist. He knocked one of my units, and then I just wasn't killing his units. I don't know how. Is he healing on my recruits? Is that what's going on? Does, like, when he kills elite recruits or the non-elite recruits, is he healing on those And since those are like relatively low HP compared to the mega units, is that what's going on with that? Remember, he enrages the squad. Yeah, but I'm expecting him to take damage. Rage, I understand rage means he's going to deal more damage, but I'm expecting him to take damage, and I can't tell that the BK does take damage sometimes. It feels totally wild. It's the early morning, late night for UTC. That's when the teaming is happening. Don't know if you're awake then. I mean, I'm usually playing like after 10 a.m. Eastern, and I'll stop playing around midnight. Like, that's the latest that I'll play sometimes. Sometimes is like 1 a.m. Most of the time, I'm stopping my play before midnight. So he positioned himself to target your hero. BK is inexplicably busted, says Narcissist. Welcome back to the stream, Anti-Narcissist. Glad you're here, buddy. Glad you're here. Another high leaderboard pusher in the chat, guys. Please welcome Anti-Narcissist. Buster hanging out. Doc hanging out. Mahone hanging out. Phantom Mass hanging out. BB. So what's up? Midnight to 6 a.m. when you see it. Doc, why are you playing all night? How do you are those like your regular hours of play? All right, we got Ray, we got 7 pins. All right, here we go. Got a bot, right? Get a trader. Uh-oh. He missed. Ah! Boys. Love you, Aguila. He missed and kept attacking. If you don't know, and I don't play BK, but if you don't know, if you're the BK, it's probably not a good idea to continue attacking once you've missed that fist. Especially because all that time expired. Ah! Love that. Every day, all day. Oh, my word. Oh, what's going on down here? Hello? Cool. Behind in gems. That's cool too. I just kind of fell into my lap, didn't it? There's an Eggman here. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that or not. There's a lot of activity. Also, I'm getting bounced around too much. Playing like a potato. Got something. It feels good. Cool. We win. GG. Close one there. Almost threw it running into Dr. Eggman. Almost pinned ourselves for no reason. But GG's. 7-pin, Mr. Third place pony. Ugga, solid player. Usually drops in the chat too. His name's David. Let's see. I'll be pushing again once my internet stops crapping out. Oh, no, Narcissist. That's no fun. And howdy, boys. Howdy, Narcissist. I didn't actually want to. It started as a meme because I wanted to collect rings. Yeah, there's one game where I was chasing 7-pins and you attacked me. Notice this in a few games. Yeah. He, 7-pins is usually just running from people the entire game. I'll give you your first spot happily since I want more US players on top 10, but I don't want these noobs like 7-pins. Yeah, dude. Oh my God. 7-pins is, prior to the update, he was actually stream sniping / like bullying people with his play. Like he would watch my stream and track my positions and lock in on me. But now after the Power Tank update, like the 17th of June, he hasn't done it to me one time. The guy never catches me out. The guy cannot kill me. He's just doing a ton of running. Goes invisible, runs away. Ends up in a fight, goes invisible, tries to run away. So yeah. He's playing the game of, he's probably playing a ton of games to maintain his position. But getting first place finishes is probably not on his list of things. And it's like, you know, getting a second place finish in most of your games is not bad. He's counting on people KOing each other though. I'm not a high competitive player, but that dude sure sounds annoying. Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh. It's just amazing how his playstyle changed like overnight. Like literally, Giella was getting harassed by him. I was being harassed by him. He dropped into my chat it was like joking about how he was like watching the stream, right? And watching the replays, like both GL and I were noticing that he would like leave his spawn, traverse the map, and run into our spawn and drop Fireball Blazing Light. On the 17th of June, Fireball and Blazing Light both got nerfed, and he can no longer hit the Fireball. And Blazing Light was slightly nerfed. So the one shot that he was going for in the first 30 seconds of every game no longer worked as well. Oh, yeah, he really went out of the way to bust RK players into 9th and 10th. Yeah, yeah. Totally, totally narcissist, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I want more USA top finishers too. Most of my first few seasons were just complete hostility between US players. Brother, I mean, I've really only pushed the last season and this season, like actually taking it seriously. But also when I started streaming, that gave me like a nice fun platform to do it on. And everyone that I've talked to that's like a US player that's on the leaderboard has been super nice. It hasn't seemed toxic at all. Like the toxicity has come from other players. And I'm just gonna leave it at that, and we can start talking about other fun, nice stuff. What's that queen over there? I'll take a mic. Sure. Cool. All right, so we're going for some damage here. Gonna ignoring our farm. It's okay. I think we can fight people right now. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't quite have it. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, thank you.
7 players remaining. 6 players remaining.
Death.
5 players remaining.
Traitor.
Traitor. Fusion.
Let's run back this way real quick. There's some money over in this corner now, right? Yeah, there it is. I left my potion.
2 minutes. Fusion. 4 players remaining. Mega. 3 players remaining.
BB got busted. Uh-oh. Cool. Cool. Massive. Hold on. 1 minute spawn's gonna be kind of cool. Cool, we'll take it. Poof, baby! 7 pins. Where are you, dude? Come on. Come on, dude. This is
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay, there we go. We got Fiontanello out in that one. BB got busted by Fiontanello. I had to pay him back for you, BB. I had to pay him back for you, BB. And of course, 1-7, once you get to the end game scenario, you avenged me well, TC. Yeah, boy. Anything for my boy BB. You don't want to bring down the good vibes. I didn't interact much on Twitch, YouTube with other players until I pushed for top 5 local. I've had good experience with the folks here, though, after 2.0, etc. Yeah, exactly, Narcissist. Exactly. Like last season, it was like I was like slowly like kind of getting in touch with all of the top US pushers, like yourself. Like you came to me through here, like recently. But I got in touch with Giella because I saw him on Discord, on the Squad Busters Discord. Me and Giella talked a ton last season. And then Vorinclex, at least he added me, but he doesn't really talk. And then who else? I'm trying to see the US leaderboard now because there's some newcomers. Mike is still kind of an unknown. I haven't been able to reach Mike. But Mike, man, I was salty initially when Mike came out of nowhere last season and like jumped up the local leaderboard. Haven't been able to talk to Druder. Doc though, Doc found me in the streams here. Is Mike pushing right now or not? Because he's got 7 days, and knowing his skill set, he can probably make a push. I don't know if he's got time to get up to above 13,000 at this point, but in like 10 days, that guy climbed to the top. It was kind of wild. Like, U.S. leaderboards here, the U.S. leaderboarders have all been super friendly. You know, there's certain players like Aguila Ray, which I don't have anything necessarily personally against, but man, him on King is a pain in the ass. Like, his caveman style of just punching you in the face, he's like, as a King player, he tends to make the most errors of anyone that's high up on leaderboard. The other Kings, though, Zigpo and AIM, tend to be much more consistent and scary to play against. Trying to see. This guy, I think, is also a King player. He can be kind of scary. Zung, I believe, is a BK player. He's scary, if memory serves. Can't remember all the other King. Wei can be is a pretty scary King player. OGM is a scary King player, I think. Yeah, Mike is a great player. I really have no idea where he came from. Yeah, I would love for Mike to show up to one of my streams one day and just like introduce himself. Because at first, like, I was pissed off at it. Like, because he like just shot up the leaderboard and he started like destroying me and Giella on our push. And I think he actually finished last season #1. Like, on the last day of the season, he outpaced and actually surpassed Giella. Game is trash. All characters stop to attack. What WTF is that nonsense? Brother. It's part of the new mechanics. It's part of the new mechanics. If you don't like it, take a break. Play another game. Come back when maybe you have an interest in it again. But if you push turbo, your characters will stop doing that and will start actually running. But if you're just holding the movement joystick to move in a direction, your characters will attack while they're moving. The mechanic isn't totally perfect, but I think they're still working out some of those kinks. But when you do activate turbo, those units that are attacking things should stop attacking them and actually run. Pushing turbo while you're moving deactivates the attack mechanic. Full stop. Mortis is the only one that has the ability to throw a summoned unit away from himself and have it still attack while he runs around. I think that Aguila also can't compensate for being underleveled BK. Wait, is Aguila actually underleveled? Because he only plays BK. Are you telling me he didn't like actually max it out at this point? Because a lot of those players that only played one hero max their hero out at the beginning of the month. Playtime. Mott says, TC, I'm melting. It feels like 102 today. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know, it was actually super muggy this morning in Atlanta. Like, very humid and very warm at like 8:30 in the morning. Usually we can get by till around like 9 a.m. before the heat starts to really set in. But it was super muggy when I took the dog out for her walk this morning. The Greyhound that breed is sensitive, especially an older Greyhound is pretty sensitive to like temperature. So you can't leave a Greyhound outside in the heat. It can actually be really bad for the animal. You have to keep it inside, air conditioned. And then at night when it gets cool and it's time to sleep, you actually have to put a blanket on a Greyhound. Otherwise they're cold. You have to treat it like a baby. So I actually hold on a sec. Actually, after this game, I'll actually show you a picture of the dog. I had to tuck it in on a little bed with a blanket. Narcissist says, you assume he's not max on his BK? I mean, my assumption is that he is. I think he can't compensate for being, despite being maxed. It's definitely a skill issue. Like, he's the one BK player that most of the time I get the better end of our interactions. Like when we actually find each other in a ranked game. He's the one BK player that I don't have to worry about nearly as much as the other BKs on ladder. All the other BKs that are in the top 20 are like much more smart with their fist. They seem to have a build that's like burst, one shot the hero, done kind of thing. And when they hit their combo, you die. He will hit the fist, and then instead of running away sometimes, he'll just stay there. And you're like, you realize you didn't do enough to me, right? All right. Let's go. Toss you there. Oh, man. Rip. All right, let's see if we can get... What are we looking for next? Probably our farmer, yeah? We'll take it. Cool. Cool. We're pumping them, boys. We're pumping it. Boom, pump it up. Pump the jam. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Throwback for all you old folks out there. Who is that? It's a beat. It's RK. Ah, didn't quite get his medic. Would have been a good pickup. I'll take a Leon, actually. Dun, 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 dun. Will you pluck the grass? Did you pluck the grass? Why did she not pluck the grass? I'm literally standing on the patch and she refused to pluck the grass. There was nothing to attack. Come on, game. Key. Take an early battle healer. Pick up the Optimus now. Run across the middle. Oh, I got him. Oh, we got him. Oh, we got him. He's gonna come for me though, right? I want the smoke. You want the smoke. We all want the smoke. Let's go. Let's go. Boom, baby. Got Mr. Nico Fiantonello. Got my buddy Buster in the chat here. GG's. Nice. Love it. Let's see. I could be wrong, but I may be giving levels more credit than they're due. I'm still under level myself, so that colors my take that I can still outplay him. Could just be a skill issue too. I think it's definitely a skill issue on his part. I think that the final level on RK really just makes you, how do I say it? Scary to look at. But the BK player, if he picks his right fist, if he's maxed out, he's going to punch through your recruits no matter what you have. Like if he gets the proper fist, you could have 14 royal recruits. He's going to hit you in the face, split your squad in half, and delete your hero. So, like, yeah. I don't know that there would be a massive difference between you having the trait 5 unlocked on your RK versus just trait 4. If you're facing a max BK, the interaction is going to happen exactly the same way. He's still going to kill you in either scenario. Royal recruits get one shot. Big sad, big mad. Let's go. That was minute 48. Or hour 48. Cool. Okay, let's see. Squad feedback. Anything interesting that I read on squad feedback? I don't know. Lots of, like, suggestions for, like, skins and things like that. Nothing that I'm really that interested in. It's when people ask for features that I'm kind of, like, giving it most thought and actually trying to give my feedback on it. Like, do I think this would be a good addition to the game, or is this just someone, like, clamoring for something because they have a skill issue? Cool. G. Poco.
Poco. Fusion. 8 players remaining. Nice.
Sorry, you had to get it too, my guy.
Poco. Mega.
Trader.
6 players
Who is that?
remaining.
Uh,
Fusion. 5 players remaining. Mega. Mavis.
go, 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 go.
Mavis. Fusion. Mavis. Mega. Dynamite.
Mike sounds fine. Who is that? Couldn't tell what hero it was. It's a Sonic. 7 pins. Okay.
Dynamite. Fusion. 3 players remaining. 2 minutes left.
Raisin first.
Dynamite. Mega.
Oh my god, he hit my hero, didn't he? Yeah. Death. You see how fast it happens? Happens like that. Happens like that. Can't stand it. GG. See, he just dashed nothing right there. 7 pins, like, if he's smart, he should attack the king, like, immediately after he sees him miss. But this is how this game will end this way. He's never going to attack him. So there's no point even watching the rest of the match. It's going to be this boring. You run. He, he continues to farm. Aw, you jinxed yourself. No, I mean, no. Like 90% of our games, I kill the guy when he attacks me. But just goes to show BK is broken, man. Like, he hit me, killed one of my units. I backed off, waited for the rage to expire, then re-engaged on him, and then could not. Don't engage with him until you're maxed out. Try to avoid him. Okay, so you're really saying that I just shouldn't fight him at all until I'm maxed. I was looking pretty large at that point, though. You guys can see how many recruits I had. I had like over 10 in front of my squad. He punched straight through it. Didn't matter. All right. I'm going to play one more game. I'm going to take a bathroom break. And then we got another hour ahead of us. We got my dashboard. In the last 28 days, I've acquired 80 new subscribers on YouTube. Thank you, guys. Thank you. What's up, Giella? Yes, you can never be certain, even if you look way bigger versus a BK. Yeah, and that's why I don't really like the BK. Like, that's why I really don't think that his power 5 his power 5 trait, or is it his power? His power. His power level 5 should not apply to the entire squad. It should apply to fighters only. Similarly to the way the Queen amplifies hot shots, or the RK amplifies suppliers. BK enrages the entire squad, which doesn't seem like canon to what every other unit does, or to what every other hero does and how they work. Change my mind. I'll take that. That's what we want. Dude, I love that recruit just did all that work for Daddy. Throw him over there. Working for Daddy. There we go. Poco's cool. There's a Gila Ray. No, it's not. That's a bot. That's Zigpo. That's another King player. Brother, you literally just broke a bridge.
6 players remaining. 5 players remaining. Back up. Dynamite. Nice.
I'll take it.
Players remaining. Fusion.
Uh-oh.
Two minutes left. Dynamite. Mega.
Keep it moving. Ah, the third-party magic, dude! That was a dream right there. Got them all! What an ending. Found both the King players fighting each other. Said, oh, hey, boys. Hope the water's okay. I'm jumping into this pond. Boom! Run them both over. Then found Aravello on the Sonic. Boom! Wrecked him. DJ's got him back. First place. Guess I'm the only person still using Power Tank. I mean, it's not bad. I don't think they made it bad. I just think that I'm trying other things right now. I haven't used Blazing Light in such a long time that, like, this has been fun. So, like, if you guys are interested in running this army yourself, this is the line that we've been using today. And so far, it's been performing, like, I'd say pretty solid. Strangely, taking a rough soft start has felt fine, like, largely fine. Feels cool that it feels what I lose in the early bulky squad size, you know, by like the 60, by the 1 minute in mark, I gain in movement speed. So like if I have to run from a king, I can. I have a stronger ability to get away from someone if I need to, instead of just getting run over by a king that starts max Leon, right? He's going to run in, fist, and then you cannot escape at that point. Whole point of Power Tank was the stun lock. It still hits hard early game. Sorry, typing on phones. Yeah, I mean, like, it still hurts. And it also still follows your squad. It's not only Phantom Mass. Don't forget, and you probably haven't, but, like, for the chat, Power Tank used to not follow your squad. You'd put it down and it would stay where it was and like kind of chase after the nearest thing. Now that it follows your squad as like an additional squaddy, it still does that. They didn't take that part away. So it's like summon a very powerful tank to your squad for a brief period of time. And healing still works on it. You can still use a Poco and mow down minions that are on the map to like juice it back up. If you're getting into a fight and you start knocking units, it will regenerate health as you knock units, as the Poco passive procs. Tails is great. Narcissist, you know, I think earlier, everyone in this chat, including myself, we were all kind of the opinion that it's not too great. I haven't been able to get it to work very well. I can't tell that it actually does better than an actual tank does. It has more damage, but less HP. So yeah, where are you using Tails? Like, how are you using it? Are you using it on the lead? Is it just in the back? Like, is there a certain ability set that is like making it better for you? Because I have not been able to get Tails to like feel good. It feels just kind of wimpy. Lost a few games mistaking a slow moving BK with like 3 troops for a bot. Fed all megas, including 3.5 rares, and they can still instant KO. Ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. I feel that 100%. I know exactly what you're talking about. Moving in here. Can I kill him? Cool. Another bot. That's cool. Cool, we'll take it. That's a freeze. Cool freeze. Can I move? Game? I'm shrunk. He shrunk me. Was BB knocked? Or is that another bot? Cool. We're not that far behind first, but we definitely have to fight. It's a tight second, third, and fourth position right now. Gotcha, BB! Almost got something off of him. Feels good. Yes, yes, yes! Blazing light, blazing light, blazing light! Let's go! Zalai acting as a bot in early game. I got baited several times. Oh, that's so funny, actually. Zalai doing that to you. Like the idea that you just don't use turbo and you like make super weird, like oblivious looking movements. GG, hot game. Yeah, that was a hot game for sure. Like second, third, and fourth were like neck and neck until that final minute. And then when I got you, that was a big turning point. I hopped up in the first place. And then Renato got Aravello. And then we were like basically neck and neck. But he went to the outside, and I stayed on the middle and scooped up all the juiciness. Got another 100 gem lead on him. That was a tight finish. That was a really tight finish. Super tight finish. All right, guys. Bathroom break time. If you know me, I put up a 2-minute timer. When it counts to 0, I'll be back in my chair. And we'll go for 1 more hour. If you have any suggestions or things that you think I should try in terms of the line, I'll remind you this is exactly what we've been running for the past hour and a half-ish. We kind of, after a handful of games, we settled on Max and Medic start. Actually, no, second hour we started with Max and Medic, right? But prior to that, we were still on Roughs. Roughs and Max. And now we took Roughs off. We put Max Medic start. And it's felt really good. So if you have any suggestions for what you'd like me to run in the second hour, make those comments. But I will be back in just a moment. Let me go ahead and set my timer. 2 minutes. If you haven't done so, get up and stretch. And also, if you haven't subscribed on YouTube or followed on Twitch, go ahead and do that too. Every little bit helps. I'm making my way to 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. See you in a minute. All right, we are back. We are back. And before you ask, yes, I wash my hands. I'm drying off an ice cold Coca-Cola. I took it out of the ice bath I made earlier. I usually keep my Cokes in the refrigerator, and then I like just getting them even colder by dropping them in ice for about an hour. There's something about an ice cold Coke that's just super crispy and wonderful. So anyways, we're going to kick off our final hour of the stream today. And no suggestions in the comments section. So we're going to keep running the same army. It's working. Army's working. Army feels good. It's feeling hot. We're going to keep it up. This is the army that we are running. I'll go ahead and pop it up while we're queuing. We're running Max and Medic on start. We're running Chicken Feet and Blazing Light is the abilities. Poco, Trader, and Mavis. Mavis is the superior farmer right now. Trader and Poco are also essential, I think, for every single competitive build out there. I can't imagine that you don't want Poco or Medic in your competitive line. Really, no matter what. There would have to be an introduction of another healer, maybe in the rare category or the epic category, but like having a common healer that's that good, it's really, really, really good. I keep mine in the freezer for a bit, before drinking. Yeah, see, Johnny, I would keep my Coca-Cola in the freezer too, but I've messed up in the past and forgot that I put a Coke in the freezer and had to clean up an unfortunate mess. So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that again. I just get a bunch of ice, put it in that metal bowl over there on the counter that you can't see right now, and chill it down. Okay, so you guys are homies today. Homie. Of course, I got some Coke on my hands when I cracked the can. Hold on. It spit on me when I cracked it open. Coca-Cola. Best cola in the world. All you Pepsi drinkers out there, you need to come to the light side of the force. Is Sonic better maxed out now? I mean, he's certainly better maxed out than he is like when you first unlock him. I think if you're trophy pushing and you're coming up against a lot of maxed out players though, like I am on ladder, other heroes are better at the moment. I would say at low ladder, Sonic is probably working just fine for people. And knowing that you're a newer player, you're probably going to have a great time playing Sonic as your first maxed hero. So keep that up. Like, I would say that's probably fine. Can we kill him? Cool. GG. Let's get a Mavis if possible. That's what we want. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mavis. Now we'll take our trader. I'm not throwing my recruits like I need to be. Tank. It's a Sonic clear. That's 7 pins. Yeah. Optimus. That looks good. Another tanky boy. Buster is busting right now. Frankie. He got stuck in the middle. I couldn't really find a good angle to punish that without getting stuck myself. Oh my word. Okay. Take the Leon. We're at that 1 minute mark. I'd rather have the Leon passive. I'm not going to make it to max. Getting the Leon passive is super important. Buster's looking very large, though. Am I winning or losing? No! What's he got? He's got a Frank. He's got a Max. He's got a Battle Healer. I think he's got this. I think he's running the same thing. Maybe we popped our Blazing Light a little early. I don't know. It's hard to say what happens in those engagements. So much chaos. GG's. Haven't exploded in the freezer, but exploded on me when spinning a few times. Yeah. When you got a wife, you put it in the freezer, tell her to get it out. If she doesn't, it's all her fault, says Kieran. Right? That's funny. Okay, Narcissus says he's tried Tails both. Okay, I realize it's a little bit older of a message, but I'm seeing it now. I've tried Tails both in the lead, and I've used Tails as a starter and late game so far. I don't know if I see him as a tank substitute. I just like that he's tanky before Mega. Huh. Okay. Why can't I choose my lineup? I think you're not playing Squad League. You're probably playing the unranked modes where you can only choose your starter and your abilities, my guy. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Luciano. In Squad League is the only game mode right now where you get to choose everything about your lineup. I bet I was trying to chase 7 pins and he used invisible. Yeah. I couldn't really tell what was going on, Buster. It's fine. I don't take offense to being busted like that. I wanted the smoke there. And I got the smoke. Jill says, it's lucky. What do you think of the Barbarian King? Extremely strong. He's the strongest hero. Like, but you have to get him to max level. Prior to that, he doesn't feel nearly as good to play. I think Royale King is overall probably the strongest hero in the game. And then I would follow that maybe with Sonic. Maybe. Queen at this moment doesn't seem to have as much play. Mortis, I don't know where I'd put Mortis because Mortis can still be good. I just don't see Mortis at my trophy range anymore. I think people are scared of the fact that he got nerfed. And I mean, yesterday when the power tank bug was still a thing, where it would just attack ridiculously fast and then full heal every time you used his bat ability. I think Mortis was actually very playable yesterday, but they fixed that today. And I don't know if I don't know how Mortis players are actually feeling because I don't really play Mortis myself. Eventually I will, because I've got my arcade to a level that I'm satisfied with. I'm not going to get his trait number 1. Or no, I'm not going to get his power number 1. I got his trait number 5, and that's where I'm going to leave him for the time being. I might end up finishing off the Queen to max her out because she's very close to getting maxed. But JL says Mortis is the worst hero now after the power tank patch. That's why we don't see him. Is he actually the worst, though? Because, like, the summon, being able to throw summon units is very, very strong. Like, and also, Deegdag says that's false. Deegdag's over on Twitch. He says false. Deegdag actually seems to think that Mortis is still very playable. He's enjoying it. But also, Deegdag, Power Tank got patched this morning. So Power Tank doesn't work as crazy as it did yesterday. The idea is they've made it not stun people anymore. Like, so when you have a Trader Potion popped and you send the tank out, the Mortis passive doesn't make you like perpetually stun a hero if it locks on. D-Dog says Mortis is not as crazy, but still effective. Yeah, dude. Maybe it is. Huron says AQ is strong, bro. I'm not seeing enough AQ on ladder to give that, like, to have an opinion on that of that either. Like, I'm waiting to have an AQ put me in my place. But something tells me it would involve cheese. Because no AQ wants to fight someone when they're huge. Okay, the bot walks into our territory. We get a free kill. I guess we're taking the Frank. I just auto-click the top spot. This is a weird game. Let's just say that. Mavis. Let's Mega the Mavis real quick. Get the key. Bit of an unorthodox start. That's fine, though. We need to get our trader. Trader's in. Cool. There's my potion on the ground. Let's go grab it, yeah? Run away. Finally got our Poco. Cool. Zigpo's here. Zigpo's on King. Usually a very strong player. Same as Uga Uga. This guy's a bot. We have time. Oh, we're getting punched to death. That is Zigpo. We sinned, guys. We sinned. I did not think that was a king. Yeah, Zigpo. Kind of threw it. Let's see if we can get a third party on somebody. Uh-oh. Almost got the KO. Almost got the KO. Okay. So we got second. Let's see. Still can't choose the lineup even at ranked. Luciano, I'd say file a support ticket on the Squad Busters Discord. You can report a bug. Get on the Squad Busters Discord. Follow the instructions. Report your bug there. I do not know what's going on with your game, man. I really don't. Let's see. Horacio says, I'm a Barbarian King at the maximum. I've already faced a few Royale at the maximum level, and I've destroyed it in seconds. Exactly, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Barbarian King goes from being like kind of meh, and then he hits power 5, and it's like, oh, you're now the top of the game. Which, from like the player perspective, doesn't feel great. So like, you're asking people to invest in something that barely feels good, better, and then suddenly, oh, it's OP, right? I would have liked to see that power curve be smoother. Because then I think more people would want to level it. Now it's like they've been investing in other things like Queen, or like Royale King, or Mortis, and now Mortis is unplayable. That's a feels bad man, you know? I'm doing good, guys, and how's everybody doing? What's up, King? We're doing great, man. Brian, don't tell us what you got today, please. Oh, Kieran. I just got a maxed out Sonic for my first time, TC. Nice, King. Nice. Good job, man. Congratulations. Jill says the King has entered the chat. Yeah, man. The King. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. All right. Where are we at in trophies? 11,827. Okay. Definitely cracked 12,000 tonight, at least off stream. 30 more minutes. I wonder how much more we can put up, though. I'm going to put the device in my hands. All right, here we go. You want to fight, dude? Let's leave you alone. Man, why'd you do that? Poco! Who's this guy up here? What's he doing? That's Mr. Seven Pins again. Cool. We like those. Mike. Mr. Seven Pins is doing a lot of running again. Thought Narcissus was about to fight me right there. He wanted to scrap, it looked like. Oh, there's the king. Can we turn on him, though? He didn't kill me. I don't know how he didn't kill me. Most of the time I get punched like that, I go down real quick. Can we hurt him at all? Got him? They let me go? I'll take it. GG. Wow, that was dangerous. 4 squads. I was in the center of 2. Got Mr. Zigpo. Whoo, that was dangerous. Whoo! Mr. 7 Pins, 3rd place pony. There we go. Narcissus, 2nd place. GG's, brother. GG's to you. Brian says, I'm going to eat the cake on Sunday, Kieran. Very nice. Eating cake. We all love some cake. Brian, please tell me your oh, Lord. I gotta stop on that one. I actually have to stop there. I have to stop. She's gonna... Is AQ good? You know, there's people in this chat that will tell you that AQ is good. I think AQ struggles against people, against King players and against RK players. To a lesser extent, the King, but to a greater extent, the Queen is going to struggle against RK. They need to buff AQ ASAP. Brother, they keep buffing AQ. Like, they buffed AQ a week ago. They need to nerf RK a little bit. They need to nerf BK at the top level a little bit. No heavy-handed nerfs. No more of that. They just buffed AQ. I'm not advocating for them to go through 2-3 consecutive rounds of buffing a certain hero. I don't advocate that. I do not agree with that approach. They need to bring down the other heroes that are outperforming her a little bit. One of the things that makes RK so difficult to take down is late game. When you have like 16 golden elite recruits following your squad. Your squad's more than double the size of another squad. And it's just the elite recruit passive. They really need to nerf BK and RK. Yes, but not really. I'm talking about small nerfs. They need to make it to where BK, in my mind, this is my opinion, they should make it where BK's rage only affects fighters. So if you have a Leon, a Max, if you have a Poco, a Trader, that rage does not affect them. It would force BK players to specialize their armies, just like every other class has to consider, right? Archer Queen buffs hot shots. Suppliers are buffed by Royale King. Mortis buffs summoners. Sonic buffs speedsters. BK, his fist buffs everything. Why? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all for heroes having, like, offering their special buffs, but it shouldn't buff literally everything. If they change that one thing about BK, I think BK would be balanced. Play. AQ does not need a buff. Go see Stormy's live from today. She's really good, and I use her, and it's good. Yeah, I would need to catch more Archer Queens in my games. Also, like, I guess the primary thing that I think hurt Queen, other than, I mean, it wasn't. Okay, yes, the buffs were meant to help her. The primary thing that hurt Archer Queen on last Tuesday's balance patch was her 2 core spells being Fireball, Blazing Light. They both got nerfed. The Fireball can be dodged more easily. Blazing Light doesn't hit as hard. So the early Queen cheese, where someone leaves their spawn and runs over to find you in the first 30 seconds of the match, you can and should be dodging that Fireball now. If you don't dodge the Fireball, you need to grow hands. You need to practice more. Like, the Fireball is so easy to dodge now. TC blushing from the chats? What do you mean? I think GL is behind. Hit the live button. As I said earlier, people did not level her up to be that high up. I feel we will see it after the reset. Well, like, one thing that I can say, Kieran, is like, when people started getting the max level queens, and suddenly everyone had, like, well, not everyone, but suddenly, like, top players had 3 queen shots. They had, you know, the extra attack speed, the extra health on queen. I could tell when players got that 3rd queen shot that their combo was so much more deadly because of how much damage they could put out in just like 2 or 3 seconds. Like, the single extra queen shot actually makes a massive difference in the full combo DPS. I want to get a Mavis next. Yeah, that's what I wanted.
9 players remaining. 8 players remaining.
We'll take it. Now we'll go into our trader.
7 players remaining.
We're going to keep running. Dynamite! Dynamite! Fusion!
6 players remaining. 5 players remaining.
Dynamite! Mega! Frank!
4 players remaining. 3 players remaining. Run! Fusion! 2 minutes left.
Look at all the recruits. Oh my gosh, this is what should be nerfed about him. Like, this does not feel fair when you look at this. Got something. Look at all the damage. Oh my word. La 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 la. Don't ask me what that was. That was emotions all happening at once
Final stretch.
and deep down inside.
Gem line open. Take Mega. Battle healer.
Look at the recruitage, dude.
Battle healer. Fusion.
Like, look at it. Oh my gosh.
30 seconds. Battle healer.
He has to attack me, right? Like, I don't have to do anything here. He has to attack me.
10, 9,
And he's Sonic, so like he ain't gonna touch it.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
GG!
Congratulations.
Yeah, Saith. Okay, so hold on a second. Let's catch up. Let's catch up. Kieran, Stormy was playing versus average players on 6K trophies range. He wouldn't have much success if he was in a high skill lobby with AQ, says Phantomass. You know, that could be a thing. And I'm not, I never want to say that Stormy's a bad player. I think Stormy's a good player. I think he plays Queen actually very well. When I watch him play, I'm like, wow, you make plays that I don't think that I'm not skilled to make, or I'm not practiced on Queen to make. So I like watching his Queen play. The thing is if you take him where his trophy range is, he's in the 6K trophy range, and you drop him into this range, and say like this lobby, like replace me with him, right? And he's got to face. Well, this is kind of not a great example because there's only like one or two other RKs in this lobby. But like, say he's up against like AIM, Aguilera, who else? Like Mike, Giella. Like, I don't know that he could do the same things against those players. I really want to see it played for fun at whatever level. Yeah, exactly, man. Totally. Kieran says, yeah, say 3 arrows, 1750 damage each. That's a lot of DPS for just 3 arrows besides her normal attack. Yeah. How much damage is that? It's 3,500. That's over 5,000 damage, yeah? 5,250 damage. Did I just do the math right in my head? Or am I dumb? That's a lot of damage. And when you consider how much HP a hero has, like RK, how much HP does the RK have? Let's actually look at it. 6,400. So if you get hit by 3 queen arrows, just the queen arrows, you're down to 1,150 HP. That takes you down to like 15% HP, something like that. If you take all 3 arrows to the face, and that doesn't count what the rest of the squad's doing. So the queen, I understand, queen has a lot of damage that she can put out all at once, but it's like you have to play her as an assassin rather than this like ranged, this. You have to play similarly to the way that Sonic is played, where like you want to zero in right on their hero and abuse the fact that you have a health shield and Sonic can like take a beating for a brief moment. Sniper anything that moves too close. Yeah. Like it's really interesting. She's a ranged hero, Queen, that is. But in actuality, people play her at point blank range. Right? Like when you see people get murdered by queens, do you see the queen sniping the hero from like a mile away? Oh, look at that headshot. No, it's the queen's on top of the person, hits the person right in the face. The hero gets knocked back, right? The squad gets stunned briefly. Person can't pilot the squad in that moment. It's always these point blank interactions where queen is like really lighting up the enemy hero. So it's like if you make her like something that like an idea that crossed my mind was like, say, okay, what if you increase the damage that a queen can do at a distance? Right? Like this up close stuff, you'll deal a base amount of damage, right? But say you're like beyond a certain threshold, you're dealing like an additional 25% damage. And if you're hitting something that's almost max range, you're dealing an additional 50% damage. So you'd then be rewarding the queen player for actually playing that ranged sniper rather than the up close assassin that may as well have a dagger in her pocket. You know what I mean? Instead, you're firing a bow this far away from their face. Stormy was playing versus average players on a 6K trophy range. You wouldn't have much success with high skill lobby. You never know. We won't know. I would love to see a cracked queen player get, climb up to around 10,000 trophies. Because right now, at least the queens that are up here that I'm getting into lots of these games with, they're not having a lot of fun. They're doing a whole lot of running. They're not doing a whole lot of busting. They're taking a whole lot of seconds, a whole lot of thirds. It doesn't look like the queens at the top ladder are having a good time. BK looks like he's having a blast. RK looks like he's having a blast. Queen doesn't look like she's having a blast. Same with Sonic, sadly. And he's brand new. At least at top ladder, Sonic, he does a whole lot of running. And I know he's the speedster hero. But it's like his playstyle seems to need to be similar to the way a queen would play it, where they like want to get like dash right into your squad and like peg your hero, tick, 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 right? But if the squads are big enough and you try to put your squad inside theirs, say you like invis and you like try to walk inside their squad and get right on top of their hero to then like assassinate him. If you don't line that up perfectly and if you don't get the assassination, you're going to die. Whereas BK, if you invis, go inside someone's squad, invis ends, you punch them and you implode their face and you blow out their back. You know what I mean? Like you take them out at the knees instantly. Queen, if she doesn't get the dream engagement, like if you're trying to assassinate the enemy hero, she dies like this. Sonic has the escapability, right? But in escaping, you're probably going to lose half of your squad. So like you can try to make that one sort of early to mid-game push to like kill, a moderately strong player, a moderately built-out player, but it's going to be really hard. Now, I'm saying all this, and I realize we have like viewers that are like still kind of new to the game. Maybe they've got like less than 1,000 games played. Guys, don't think so hard about what I'm saying right now. If you have less than 1,000 games played, and you're below like 2,000 trophies, you can play the game for enjoyment in whatever way you want. You can listen to what I say about like what do I think I want to build, right? Like you can copy my builds and you'll have a great time. But like say you don't have an arcade that's all maxed up. Cool. Use Sonic. Figure out a build for Sonic. Enjoy him, right? If you're pushing top ladder though, you have to be considering like what's actually strong right now? Like what actually works? The meta game definitely narrows at least slightly. And that goes for every competitive multiplayer game. The higher you push up competitively, seemingly, the more sort of defined a meta game becomes. Because everyone figures out most optimal, best way to engage, best strategies, best approaches, all that. Anyways, play. Give me a minute, guys. All right. All right. Also, to talk about newer plays a little bit, because I know there's always going to be people that are still leveling stuff up. Don't have all ultimates yet, which I've got my account max right now, except for my heroes. If you're sitting on ultras mostly, and you only have a handful of ultimates, or no ultimates at all, if I say play this line, it's good. When you look at the line, there's only a handful of these that are there's only 3 of these that have ultimate forms, right? 4 of these that have ultimate forms right now. And they're still playable. They're still definitely playable if they're not ultimate. They're just going to do a little, they're going to do better when you do get them to ultimate. The functions are still the same, right? Mike, it's splash damage. Splash damage is good. Yes, W to splash damage. All right, where is my... That's not what I meant to pick, actually. I was picking too fast. We'll go with it, though. Got an early potion. Good kill there. We'll take that. Mavis Tom. Boko! Cool. That's Sparks. Can we kill his trader or something? Yes. Whatever. Take a Mike. Flaxen, I forget what Flaxen plays. I think he's RK. Leon's good here, I think. Got him! There's rings. Got a minute left. We're going to have to kill somebody for that, won't we? $16. Okay. Got all his stuff. Let's make sure that we can GG this. Oh, we're dying. Oh, wait a minute. We KO'd someone. We came in second. How close was it? Ah, Flaxen got me. Wait, he was on Sonic too. GG's to the Sonic. GG's to the Sonic. He had a good third party on us. He came out on top. GG. GG. All right, guys, we're going to play one more game. And if you're viewing on Twitch, I am going to be rating Patsy V if he's live. So let me check on that. He is live. So after this game, don't go anywhere. Would love to show some love to Patsy V. Let's play one more. Realize we did a lot of talking today. A lot of talking about the game, state of the game, state of competitive, what's good, what's not, sort of thing. Less of what's not good, but more or less like what's strongest, right? What's stronger or strongest? Everything will change when the next balance comes along. Yeah, dude. Man, my chat is not like moving sometimes. I get behind because my chat doesn't move. Mishiro is someone who plays with Barbarian King, uses him well. I still have a long way to go to be a very strong top player, but I'm training. That's what's up, Horacio. GG. Leandro Silva, Brazil. GG, man. Queen and Sonic, you have to get bust earlier or spend late game running. I'm copying your build. Mahone got stuck. LOL. Yeah, GG's. Here I am still in queue since last 10 minutes. Really, Buster? Holy cow. Guess that's the life of a top 3 global player. All right, let's go. Druider, Biontanello. See if we can get a W for the last game here. He's on RK. I see him now. Traitor. Go ahead and take this. Sure. We'll take those. Cool. Shooter's over there. Almost got something from him. Oh, he has a bear stun. We're losing. We're gonna walk away now. Cool. Roll to the outside for a second. Oh, he just wanted to die. Trying to show me how strong Queen was, guys. That's cleared, lobby boys. Got both queens.
Flawless victory.
Buster says, that's how strong queen is. I got both the queens that game. Yeah. He did. He had a decent burst shot onto us, but like, boom. There it goes. That's the ball game. GG. Gas, dude. Yep. I do have gas today, by the way. Let's see. I don't have many trophies, but even for me, it takes too long. So annoying. All right, guys. Thank you for watching today. I'm going to go ahead and set the raid up for my Twitch viewers to go over for Patsy V. So we're going to raid Patsy V now. Would love for you guys to... Patsy V. Would love for you guys to participate in this raid. He is a really nice guy and pretty chill. He's a German streamer. And yeah. So anyways, 2 viewers are ready to raid. I'll go ahead and send you guys over there right now. And would love to see you guys tomorrow again for one more, or not one more stream, but for another stream. Same time, 2 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UTC. Again, we'll go for 3 hours. GG's. But yeah, go over, check out Patsy V. He is live right now, and he has 6,900 trophies. So if you're wanting to see what life is like at that trophy range, it'll be a good contrast, right? Because we're almost double that trophy count ourselves. We're seeing a bunch of different opponents. But yeah, go check him out. Give him some love. Like spreading love when I can. And we'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. Much love. Peace out, nerds.